Is Christine happy? Someone wants to know.
Absolutely, yes. She's thriving so hard. My mom's the best, by the way. Her life is so good right now. I'm so proud of her. My dad has been, though, and he saw like me like say something about how I thought that they should have been divorced for a long time, which I did, and I'm glad that they did. No hate, but he was like, that hurt my feelings, but I forgive you, and I hope you forgive me. So
people want to know if Janelle's left.
well, you should talk more about how you should leave Daniel.
I'm not dating Daniel.
I know, but you should leave his friendship.
So only Robyn, Mary, and Kody are together then?
Yes.
Did Robyn make the COVID rules?
Right? I think.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. It is Tuesday, November 8th, 2022, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is election night for many of us in the United States, and while I'm ignoring that because I get very tense, so I thought I would just drop another video with some tea for you to enjoy, courtesy of Gwendolyn Brown's best friend Sarah, and a live stream they did over on TikTok, with the credit for these videos going to Mrs. Kickstand over on TikTok, who I think a lot of my followers actually follow. So good up on Mrs. Kickstand. If you're not following her, she covers a lot of Duggar and Sister Wives and Fundy stuff, just like me. She's got a pretty good following over on her TikTok. So let's talk about how Gwendolyn Brown a couple days ago actually announced that she is going to do a Patreon. And I was for a long time blocked by her, and I realized a couple weeks ago, she had unblocked me. And I was like, well, that's cool. And then I joined her Patreon because I just wanted to see, what she was going to do in there. She's going to do some Q&As, make some videos, really just share her side of the story. And she wants to just, answer questions and be as transparent as she can about her experience, because she's never really had a platform in order to do that. So I did reach out to Gwendolyn, and I actually let her know who I was, and she was aware of who I was, and it was all in peace. So she's a sweetheart, and I'm super excited for her. So if you want to check out her Patreon, I will link that in the description box. She's already got over 2,000 Patreons in a day. I mean, it's amazing. Also working to set up a YouTube channel. So she is motivated to tell her side of the story. But in the meantime, she has been doing some live streams, and she was over on TikTok, and she was doing a live with her friend Sarah. And there was a lot of questions about if Janelle and Kody are split, and there was finally this one point at the very end where it feels like they're saying that Janelle has left Kody, which would be astounding if this is true. And on top of that, she answers questions about Robyn, her dad, and her mom. So we'll get into some of the biggest nuggets that she dropped in this live stream with her bestie, Sarah. Before we do, can you do me a big favor and give this video a thumbs up? Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'm getting super close to 300,000 subs, and I would love to see that number by the end of this year. And if you have something to say, leave a comment and ring the bell so you get notifications. So let's start off with she was asked a lot of questions about Robyn and whether or not she liked Robyn, and whether or not they had a good relationship, and why her dad didn't sit with Janelle at the wedding. There was a lot of questions about Robyn and her dad, and then where her relationship stands with her dad. And you'd be surprised that apparently Kody just opted not to sit with Janelle, if that doesn't tell you anything. And just check this out.
Did you read that?
Yeah, the answer
Anna
is no.
wants to know.
No, don't read the question out, but the answer is no. I don't want to start anything.
Okay, yeah, no bad vibes here.
No, Okay, please don't mention her again. We don't want bad vibes. He's a little nicer on the show.
Nicer
just
on
we
the
all
show.
act for the show, but he's gotten a lot better since then. Like, he's really healing, and I'm really proud of him. I think the strain of having so many wives and like forcing himself to believe in something that he wasn't really for kind of made him more of an upset, like, unhappy person. But he's really healing, and he's getting a lot better.
Wow. Okay, she does not like Robyn at all. At all. She didn't even want to talk about her. She didn't want to say anything. She didn't want the bad energy there. She was asked in her Q&A on her Patreon, and I think Reddit posted some of these screenshots. I think they deleted them, but she did say that Robyn is like way worse than she is on camera, which I was like shocked because I'm like, she is so bad on camera. And so she doesn't like Robyn, and when she was asked, like, the question literally was, is Kody as abusive in real life as he is on camera? And she said he's nicer than he is on camera than off camera. And I'm like, and even her friend was like, nicer than on camera. And then Gwendolyn said that her dad is doing a lot better now, and that polygamy made him a angry person to have to believe something that he wasn't really for, and apparently that made him angry, but he's on a path towards healing. So that like is setting the stage right now that like, is he not a believer anymore? Does he not believe in polygamy anymore? Does he only have one wife? You know, there's a lot of questions I have with that, but to think that he's worse off camera, and I actually heard this from Kristen Decker and other people I've talked to, is that he's a raging rage man off camera. But yeah, he's worse off camera, and so is she. They must have a delightful marriage.
Gosh, people want to know if Janelle's left.
Well, you should talk more about how you should leave Daniel.
I'm not dating Daniel.
I know, but you should leave his friendship.
I know,
They're asking
there's...
questions and you're not answering.
Well, I don't
of
know
them.
why Kody didn't sit next to Janelle at the wedding, at Logan's wedding.
Do you know who he did sit to?
No.
No,
Let me
you
guess.
Didn't see anything.
Robyn?
Obviously. He sat next to his wife.
Does she get along with Robyn's kids?
Who?
You.
I used to.
I mean, I get along with Aurora just fine, but...
Good for you.
Listen.
Good for you, Miss Popular.
I'd assume people want to know if the wedding was assigned seating.
Yeah, it was assigned.
It was assigned seating, is what she says.
It was awesome because, like, there's so many people in the family that, like, just don't talk to each other.
Kody was sitting a few rows back at the wedding.
Because he was sitting on the other side with Robyn.
Oh,
I don't know. It wasn't assigned seating at
Do
that.
I watch Sister Wives?
Gwendolyn apparently does not get along with Robyn's kids or Robyn. And Kody did not sit with Janelle at the wedding, and her explanation is that there was assigned seating and that Kody decided instead to sit with his wife in the back instead of with Janelle. So he had the option, if he wanted to, apparently, maybe sit up front, I don't know, with his other wife, but she doesn't refer to Janelle as a wife, right? So it's like Kody was at the wedding and he sat with Robyn, and what about this assigned seating? Yes, but oh wait, no, oh wait. And she mentioned in a part that I didn't share that she absolutely loves Leon. She shared that she likes Mary. She also made some comments about how Isabel has moved back to Utah, and she now lives and is going to school in Utah because she wanted to be closer to her mom. So Isabel's jaunt out to North Carolina did apparently not last very long, but Kody and Robyn sat together, and she's referred to as like the soul wife, which I'm like, okay. So they ask so many different ways, like if Janelle and Kody are together, and it's like she kind of avoids the topic multiple times. And then there's a final, like, another question that's asked, and then I don't know if Isabel, I don't know if Gwendolyn slips. I'm not sure if she's saying the truth, but there's a lot of signs pointing to the fact here that Janelle is not with Kody. So check this out.
You should.
I don't. Are Mary and Robyn still close?
I think so. Mary is like a hot commodity right now in like her friend group, so she doesn't really like, you know how people have like found families?
Yeah.
Mary has a found family, and so obviously she shows up for us, but like, she's better off around them, so she tends to hang out with them more because they're kinder to her.
So only Robyn, Mary, and Kody are together then?
Yes.
Did Robyn make the COVID rules?
Right? I think.
Were all your rules dedicated by Robyn?
Yes.
Oh, solid.
I think.
Does Robyn have a job?
She runs the, my sister wives closet thing. The funny thing is, she makes her girls, or last I checked, she makes her girls, like,
this is
do
nice.
all of the work.
My live has been turned all about you.
All right, so that was like a lot to unpack here, but we now know a couple things here. Mary and Robyn are still close and have a relationship, and she explains that Mary spends a lot of her time with her friends because she has found family in her friends that are like her family. And because they treat her better than the family does, she spends more time with them, but she also is there for the kids and the family if they need her. So as she is saying that, the next question is, so it's only Robyn, Mary, and Kody that are together? And she says yes. And then she's like, oh, wait. And then the next question is, did Robyn make the COVID rules? Because remember, that's been the accusation this entire time, that Robyn is the one that made the rules for COVID. And she said yes. And then she explains that Robyn makes her daughters do all the work for Sister Wives Closet. So Robyn is doing this business, even though there's no website up for the business and they don't sell any products anymore. I'm not sure where they're selling the products for this, by the way. But apparently Robyn, her daughters are working for her, and she's making her daughters do all the work. And someone had asked her, like, how else does she make money? And she said she gets paid from the show. They all get paid from the show. At least all the adults get paid from the show. So Robyn gets money from the show. But so Robyn has a business, and she's like making her daughters work for her and do all the work for her. Robyn sounds like she is a controlling mother, really controlling. I don't understand the situation now, because when they asked, it's only Robyn, Mary, and Kody, she says yes. So that means that Janelle's left the family, like Janelle's out. And there was a question in her Patreon, and she said, like, how is the family now? And she said it's 4 separate families, but Christine and Janelle are still close. So Janelle and Kody have to be over at this point. They just have not made that announcement yet. And he is only with Robyn. But the way that she has Robyn described as really controlling, manipulative, she made the COVID rules. I always knew it was about Robyn. Everyone on the show has always said Robyn makes the rules. Robyn makes the decisions. Robyn pushes this. Robyn pushes that. And I was like, she might, yeah. So part of me is like, okay, is Robyn the narcissist? Is Kody the narcissist? Is she the enabler? Is he the narcissist? I mean, he was definitely being narcissistic with the wives, 100%. And Robyn here sounds like a controlling witch. I don't think that makes you a narcissist. And it sounds like she created rules to keep Kody away from his wives. I mean, that's so manipulative and gross if that's true. But Kody then used it as an excuse to like let the other wives go, because apparently he was so unhappy being a polygamist, which, why do this show then and pretend on TV if you're so miserable? It's so disingenuous. There was another question that she was asked about her dad, which were posted on Reddit, and it was from the Patreon. Someone had asked her about, why did your dad what happened? Like, what was going on? Were things always this way? And she said he just decided at some point that he liked his life better with Robyn and with her kids. And he picked Robyn and her kids. And then someone asked Gwen, like, so if he picked Robyn and her kids, have you guys ever confronted him about that? And like abandoning you for Robyn and her kids. And she said that multiple siblings have literally confronted Kody, asked him, like, why did you do this to us? And she says that her dad just denies it and like denies he did that. I mean, I showed in the very beginning of this video, you should see that, like, she said her dad is watching the season, right? And he is seeing her say things about him. And he calls her and says, I forgive you. Like, for what? For her having an opinion? Kody does not, he does keep tabs on what his kids do online. He 100% does. He put Peyton in a corner because Peyton suddenly does not have a thing to say about the situation after he like said his dad was not king of the castle. He is monitoring his kids hardcore. He does not like any criticism about him put out at all. He wants his image to look splendid. He's watching this all behind the scenes, but he will not comment on it publicly. But Janelle, the biggest news out of here that I'm getting is that Janelle literally has gone. She's left. She doesn't have a relationship with Kody anymore. So the question is when do we find this out as viewers? And how does this show stay on course? And how do we actually come to a place where this is just like all fake and we stop watching if this is the truth? Like, if they really are living all separately, if Robyn really is the witch that dictates everything, if Kody has abandoned all of his other kids, when does the show end? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. And make sure to check out Gwendolyn's Patreon for more details. Bye, guys.